God. Oh no. Hope to God nobody's inside.
I know, that's what he said.
A resident of a condominium complex reported to the electric company that she was experiencing electrical problems inside her unit. Upon inspection, the electric company, which was also the local gas company, determined that the underground electric service to her home needed to be replaced. The utility company assigned this replacement work to its contractor, who notified the state's one-call center before it began work. The utility company locator signed off on the ticket at 9:36 a.m. Now, the original ticket was called in earlier that day by the contractor as an emergency ticket. What's interesting is that the electric company gave the contracting company the work to install a new electric line back in February. The customer at 28 Crockett's electrical problems were temporarily solved by the electric company running a temporary above-ground service. The drill operator's job that day was to install an electric secondary service to 28 Crockett. The gas pipe was struck during a boring operation, and there was sufficient gas to migrate into those units to create an explosion.
A house just literally blew up.
Where are you?
Southwest apartment complex on Scenic Drive, Ewing, New Jersey. There's a fire.
All right.
There's a fire. There's like gas. There's gas companies, and oh my gosh, the house. There's lots of flames.
Okay, Central, we got multiple structures damaged here. We got one structure fully involved. We're going to need a water supply.
You have engine 20, Elsquirt 31, engine 32, RIT 22 is on scene, engine 15, engine 21, and engine 53 en route to your location.
I'm going to talk to the gas company right now. They're supposedly trying to shut everything off that's underground. Electric and gas and water.
There's the drill rig, and we've used green to indicate the path of the bore. Yellow is the gas main. This is a gas service. This gas service was missed by the bore because the depth of the bore was only a foot. But this service could never have been located using conventional locating instrumentation because there was no tracer wire installed with that service when it went into the ground in the late 1980s. The thinking was, at the time, there wouldn't need to be a tracer wire installed. With the gas in the same trench with the electric, you can locate the electric. The gas would always be a foot and a half away from the electric lines. You know, the thing about a joint trench is it's a joint trench until it isn't. There was no electric. The locator had no way from the surface, with the equipment he had in his truck, of actually locating it. Right here, at a depth of 3 foot 5 inches, was a black plastic 2-inch main without tracer wire. That lit the fuse for this explosion.
Chief, is this gas shut off? Because we still have that burning pretty good on the gas, because we're still hearing small explosions inside the building. No, not yet. The electric's been turned off to the complex. The gas hasn't been. Concentrate on the building. Do not put the fire out on the gas. Let the gas main burn.
28 Crockett Lane stood here, 26 next to it, and 24 on the other side. The interesting thing is the excavator had a vacuum truck on site at the time of the explosion. It wasn't used, and we think it wasn't used yet because the contractor thought he had a clear shot for the first bore with nothing in his way. The contractor immediately contacted the utility company to inform the company of the leak. The woman was home. The contractor did not call 911. 45 minutes after arriving on the site, the gas company had not called 911. Approximately 1 hour after the gas line was struck, a large explosion leveled one end of a structure as utility company personnel were checking gas levels inside. 5 utility company workers and 2 contractor employees were injured in the explosion and resulting fire. The explosion took the life of the 62-year-old woman whose electrical problem started this deadly series of events. The first call made to 911 was to report the explosion. You know, I look at the scenes from Ewing and I wonder, what if the gas company or their contractor had called 911? Would there still have been a fatality? What do you think those first responders would have done? At 11:35 a.m., the contractor hit the pipe. The utility company's first responder got to the scene at 12:03. The rest of the utility company's employees, 6 in number, arrived between 12:06 and 12:30. The explosion occurred at 12:50. The first call to 911 came in at 12:51. Neither the excavator nor the utility company on site ever called 911. Had the first responders been there, she would not have been inside at the time of the explosion, 12:50. In the end, the Board of Public Utilities fined the utility company $725,000 and $275,000. They fined the contractor $600,000, making it the largest amount of fines that the BPU has ever issued for any incident.